I shared this last year, and I started the tradition last year as well. When I was growing up, my rabbi would always write a letter to his children on Yom Kippur as the way he would share his Torah with the community, and so I will continue that this year, an invitation to listen and to be a part of it, really to all of our children. They're sitting here. Dear Azamra and Raziel, never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined what this past year would look like. It has been a hard year for the world, and it has been a really hard year for Israel and for the Jewish community. As we have told you many times, and we will continue to teach you both through our words and our actions, it is never okay to treat people unkindly because of the religion they practice, the way they look, or the people that they love. But sadly, there is a lot of hate in our world, and as Jews, this is something we have been more aware of this past year, which is why I want to write my Yom Kippur letter to you this year about what I love most about being Jewish and why I feel so proud to be a part of the Jewish people. Since today is both Yom Kippur and Shabbat, Shabbat is a great place for me to start. Oh, how I love Shabbat. The story goes as follows. God created the world in 6 days. Not too bad, right? Light and darkness, the sky, the sea, the land, the moon, sun and stars, all the trees, and beautiful flowers and animals of all sorts, from lizards to lions. And God even created us, human beings. And God did that in God's image. After all of God's hard work, God decided to take a day of rest, Shabbat. God loved Shabbat so much that God wanted to share it with us. The rabbis imagine that Moses and God were talking one day, and God said, "Hey, Moses, I have an amazing gift for you and all of the people of Israel that I have been saving in my treasure chest." Think about that little purple box you like to keep all of your gems in, but imagine that times 1,000. So God began to rummage through God's treasure chest. God moved the splitting of the sea from the top of the chest and shifted the rainbow God made at the end of the flood to tell Noah and his family that the world would never be destroyed again. "I know it's in here somewhere," God mumbled, while pushing all the leftover unicorns and fairies that never made it to creation off to the sides of the chest. And then, under Balaam's talking donkey, God found the gift God was looking for. "I've got it." God lifted up slowly and carefully the gift and brought it over to Moses. "Here you go." Moses looked down with confusion and disappointment as God held out empty hands. Nothing is the greatest gift of all? Moses thought this to himself. Then he collected himself and nervously he asked, I'm sorry, but what is it?" God smiled lovingly. "Oh, Moses, this is the best and most special gift of all. It is the gift of Shabbat, a day of rest for you and the Jewish people. You will celebrate it each and every week, forever and ever. You will come together in community, you will rest, you will enjoy big meals with your family and your friends, you will pray, you will learn Torah, and you will sing. You'll slow down and you'll reconnect with me. This will be our special day together. It is a gift that keeps on giving. Now go and share it with all of the people of Israel." And so, as you already know, at the ages of 2 and 4, Shabbat is the best. Yes, the candles and the challah and the grape juice and the lollipops help make it even sweeter, but to be honest, it's pretty sweet without all of that. Shabbat for me is the time when I get to spend quality time with you and with Daddy and with the incredible community we are a part of. And sometimes I don't even know if I would survive without Shabbat. It is one of the best gifts we each have and that we get to do each and every week. And it is one of the things that makes me feel the luckiest to be Jewish. You see, being Jewish and being in community is not only important on Shabbat and holidays. Being a part of the larger Jewish community allows us to live out our Jewish values, to feel at home and taken care of no matter where we are or what is going on in our lives. You wouldn't remember this, but when both of you were born, our community brought us dinner for months so that mommy and daddy could pay attention to you and to take care of ourselves and to not have to worry about cooking. Being a part of a community means that we do Bikor Cholim, we visit people who are sick, or we call people, or we make cards to tell them that we're thinking of them and we hope that they feel better. We welcome guests, we do Hachnasat Orchim into our home and into our communities. I can't tell you how many times Daddy and I have reached out to people we didn't really know, but who are a part of the Jewish community. We have spent Shabbat with Jewish families in Israel, in Chile, even all the way in India. This is how all communities work, and this is the one we get to be a part of. No matter where you go in the world, you'll always be able to find a synagogue to pray in, or a friend of a friend of a friend who will welcome you into their home. I sometimes think about this as the Jewish passport that offers us a sense of belonging wherever we go. But Judaism is not only about helping people we know or other Jewish people. It's about trying to make the entire world better, doing tikkun olam. You might be wondering how we do this. Well, every time we pick up trash that we find on the street or choose to take some of our money and give it to somebody else who needs it, or we welcome a new immigrant family into the neighborhood, we are trying to do our part. Judaism believes that each of us can help make the entire world a better place. There is a great Jewish story that explains this idea. A group of people were traveling, and they were on a boat together. One of them looked down, and she noticed that there was a hole underneath her seat, and she began to cry. Seeing her crying, the rest of the people on the boat asked the woman why she began to cry. And she looked up and she said, "There's a hole underneath my seat." And the entire boat began crying. And the woman was confused and she said, "Why are you crying? It's only under my seat." And they said back to her, "Don't you realize? If the water fills up the boat, the entire boat's going to go down. It's all of us." And so one person grabbed a shoelace and said, "I have a shoelace, maybe we can use that to plug up the hole." And another person looked through their pockets and grabbed a napkin and said, "I have this napkin, maybe we could put that." And slowly, each of the people on the boat found something that they could put in the hole to make sure that they would be able to travel and continue on their way in peace. This is exactly how Judaism teaches us to see the entire world. We all live on this earth together, and no hole is just left unfixed. No hole is just one person's problem. It's all of our problem. And if there's anything that is broken in the world, it is up to each of us to try and fix it. Now I know, don't worry, that can feel like a huge task. But the rabbis know that. And they say it's not our job to make sure to fix everything and to make sure that the fixing is full. But it is our job to start fixing it, to help however we can. I feel so proud to be a part of a group of people who try to make the world better, even if only one tiny, tiny, tiny little bit at a time. And it's not just about the world that Judaism says can change, but our tradition believes so deeply in the truth that each of us can change and that we're always changing. This is teshuvah. To use a really big word, repentance. To use words that most of us actually understand, it means to return to being our best and kindest selves. God knew we wouldn't be perfect, that we would make mistakes, and like the world, we would need constant fixing. That is what today, Yom Kippur, and this entire holiday season is all about. We can never mess up too much. We can always say sorry. We can always work on being better, helping more, and trying to be our very best selves. And now all of these ideas that I've spoken about, Shabbat, Tikkun Olam, fixing the world, being made in God's image, Tselem Elohim, Bikor Cholim, Teshuvah. I know, Razi, I'm getting there, I promise. Maybe that's a sign. It feels like it's a lot, but I'm getting there. All of these beautiful things, they're found in the Torah. And our Torah is another thing that I love so much about being Jewish. Yes, there are a lot of the strange and wonderful and amazing and challenging stories that we read, and the rules in there that sometimes we understand, sometimes we don't. But there is also the way the rabbis add to the Torah, the way we are invited to use our imaginations to keep the stories going, adding our own thoughts and ideas. Not only is it fun to listen to or read the Torah, but Judaism is all about learning it, it's all about challenging it, and it's all about questioning it. The best way to study in our tradition is in pairs. It's in chabruta, with someone else. Another person can help us think differently or see things in a different way. This can be really hard. And it also makes us learn how to respect people who might not have the same ideas that we have. Studying like this with people who might not agree with us, they teach us that it's okay and even good to disagree, to have machloket, as long as we are kind when we disagree. Asking questions and hearing from other people helps us learn and grow even more. There's always so much that I want to say to you, and I know we have to go on to read this story and the reading of Yom Kippur about these two goats that Rabbi Ann started to teach us about. So for now, I want to end with this. Two of the greatest rabbis of all time, Rabbi Akiva and Beit Hillel, both agree that if you had to learn the entire Torah on one foot, it would be this one single line. You can try it. And children, I'm going to invite you, if you want to stand up and stand on one foot, you can join me. I have my foot up here. Try standing up, see if we can do it together. Stand up and read this while balancing on one foot. Are we ready? Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Love others as you love yourself. You can put your foot down. I feel most proud to be Jewish because at the very center of our tradition, there's love. We have to love ourselves, which sometimes can be the hardest to do. We have to love other people, even if they are different from us. It is our mission to put love into the world. Even though there are people who choose hate, Judaism begs us to choose love. Judaism teaches us about the power of love, a love that starts from within, the love we have for our families, for our community, for people, for animals, the world, for God, the love that makes us want to help others and to help fix the world, that we get to feel and experience and celebrate on Shabbat each week and on the holidays, the love that makes us want to be our very best. It's this very love that has the power to transform hate. I feel so very blessed to be Jewish. I hope and I pray that you, my dear children, feel pride in your Jewish identity. And as you grow up, I can't wait to learn what you love most about Judaism and to watch how you unwrap these gifts and the gifts I have yet to discover as you make this holy tradition your own. With all of my love, Mommy.